Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Classroom of the Elite Season 4 episode number 15 reaction. The previous two episodes that I reacted to, they were obviously we're still in the exam. The biggest thing that happened was that the White Room student has been revealed. It is Ichika, and like at first I did think that maybe she's lying, but a few of the informations she revealed were too much like into the whole white room thing that I think that it's impossible to lie about that. Like anyone other than a white room student wouldn't have those information. So I do think she is the white room student, but at the same time, I still am pretty suspicious of Yagami. I talked about this in the previous video about like the whole situation and what I think might be going on. Maybe like the anime tried to throw us off at the beginning because Ichika likes or obsesses over Anakoji. However, the White Room student we saw seemed to pretty much hate Anakoji. So that's like one of the biggest clashes that is kind of like in my head. I'm like, then why? Well, what was that reaction about in the very first episode? These things make me think that either the anime was messing with us, or it is like something else is going on. Like maybe there's like two White Room students or something. Like they never mentioned that there was one White Room student. It could be two, it could be three, it could be five. I don't know. So that's what was happening. At the end, we get to see like everyone's like trying to like gang up on Ayano now, like the juniors. Also we got to see Koenji kind of like just brush off like a few of the other like students like with barely any kind of effort. And yeah, like it was pretty good. Let's see what happens in today's episode. Let's begin. Yeah, I'll put the timer over here, sync the timer to the original video, and watch it alongside my reaction. Right, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. We can win without making contact. Right. Hmm. The C4 should. Oh. Oh. Did someone intercept them? Yeah. Oh, okay. Is this ruins people or something? Or Sakanagi? Because Anakoji did talk with them and like decided to like have like a little cooperation. Hmm. Far and well. 5 first year group. Oh. Hmm. Yep. Yeah. So this was the cooperation. Hmm. Hmm. Changes in terrain. Ah, I see. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, it changes like the grass and everything. Hmm. Yep. Right. Oh, we're going back. All right. Let's see. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Each cast, like, just leave it alone for now. Yeah, pinning him down with the. Hmm. Okay. Right. So fast forward to present time. Opposite. So you guys think you can go and take out? So yeah. So she's thinking that now we can go and take him out. They're gonna move now. Or maybe they have someone else who can. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Who's this? Oh, I freaking forgot about him. Yeah, you wanna get beaten up again? This guy never learns. I guess technically Anugaji didn't really beat him up. Oh wait, what? He just popped out. Right. Yeah. Yeah. What are you here for? Same about what he does is none of your business either. Oh damn. Damn. How the hell did that one headbutt just that much blood? Jesus. Oh my god. Alright, Ruin. You're just getting beaten up one sided. Is Katsuragi here? Yeah. Oh. Oh, damn. Yeah. Wait, maybe that's his. Oh no. Is that his plan? Like, I cannot imagine Ruin getting beaten up this badly. He's doing it deliberately. He's doing it for the watch too. Yeah, okay, there you go. Right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we take you three versus one. Yeah. Well. Oh. Yeah. Good lord. Yeah. So that was his plan to make the. Yeah. This is not a martial arts tournament we're having where it's one versus one. This is a survival. Damn. Ooh. Well. Yeah. Hmm. Right. I was wondering where Katsuragi is. So. No, Utomiya. Wait. Yeah, Utomiya's gone. Is Anabaji coming here or something? Ito Hayato. Oh, what? Sakanagi sent him here or something? Uh, damn. Oh, right. Right. Well, yeah, he was here to figure out who it was that he's taking orders from. I think. No, wait. Is that why he was here? Because obviously Sakanagi knew who it was, but there was three of them. So wait, what? Okay, he's working with someone else. I don't know. He changed the channel. Did you not say from my group one? Oh yeah, that whole. Hmm. 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 Okay. I'm left with. Oh wait, it's here. Right. Okay, so is she going to reveal the whole thing with? Yeah. Okay, she's telling him. Well. Oh damn. Oh whoa. His face. Oh my god. Yeah, in the middle of the water. Right. Yeah. Also, I don't think Anakoji is going to be hindered. Damn. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Right. Okay. Oh, damn. Nagumo. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Wow. Justified? Yeah. Who the hell do you think you are? Oh my god. Just freaking hell, man. Yo, the disrespect. Wow. Bro, he just pushed you. Are you dumb? Bruh, this guy's all bark and no bite. Like, I know this is Anakoji we're facing, but still, the way he was acting a few moments ago. Uh, yeah, right. Oh my god, I had such expectations from this guy. This is such a letdown. What the hell? What the hell? Oh my god. This is embarrassing. Oh, what? Nah, man. Every other confrontation that Anokoji had with other students has been better than this. What the hell was this? What is this? Oh, like obviously I understand he's probably better in the brain department and like in making plans and like kind of doing like cunning stuff to trap your enemy, and he wasn't really that much of a person who should go and confront Anakoji face to face. He should have been the one who stayed at the back and used other people to take care of it. He's one of those guys. But the fact that he decided to take matters in his hands and confront him face to face, then get embarrassed and then get just one punched is such a letdown. All all the credibility or whatever you call it, like I guess like a better thing to call it is like I don't know. Yeah, credibility, I guess. Or like the mysteriousness or whatever it was. The anticipation we all had for him. All gone in just one scene. Oh my god, that is crazy. Okay, well, that takes care of Nagumo, I guess. But yeah, like I said, like Nagumo, I feel like as Anukaji said that you should have just stuck to what you were good at. Like you shouldn't have come here trying to confront me face to face. And that was the thing. Like I don't think Nagumo's like obviously like absolutely like he's like better suited to be someone who stays at the back, gives orders to others, and use the people who kind of uh I don't know, look up to him, is just afraid of him, all of them, because as we know, like all his like classmates, and not only his classmates, like everyone in his grade, like just like works for him in a way, like they just like follow him like blindly. So obviously that is his credit. He's the one who was able to make them like that and like use them for his advantage. So he should have just stuck to that. Like he should have just stuck to that, use his own strength, which he's good at, and use that to maybe confront Anakoji. But as soon as he was like, oh, let me try and confront him face to face, as soon as he decided to do that, it's all over, because he's not one of them. He's not Ruin. He's not like whoever else, like Hosen or something, that he can just come and confront Anakoji face to face like that. And he's not Horikita either, like Manabu. I'm talking about not our Horikita. I'm talking about Horikita's brother. He's not Manabu either, that like go directly face to face with Anakoji. He's not that type of character, as we saw. Right. So and that made the scene so, I don't know what to call it. Again, anticlimactic. Like you see when he got pushed down, his face was like, huh? I, I got pushed down just like that. That was his face. He was in shock. And then obviously he couldn't, like his pride, his ego got the better of him, and he's like, oh, how dare this guy push me down? I'm going to give him I'm going to teach him a lesson. And then he got back up again and tried to confront Ainokoji, and you try to bite off more than you chew, that kind of thing. That's what happened to him. Oh god. And like he just got one punched. Crazy. Like I said, like these type of things, it's better to just leave these things at people who are capable of like doing this. Characters like Ruin or like Hosen or all the other people who have like fought face to face with Ainokoji. Every single one of them is better than him. In Nanase, literally we saw Nanase fight. Nanase was better than this guy. Ruin was better than this guy. Has Katsuragi fought Ainokoji? I don't think he has. Has he? I don't remember. Hosen is better than this guy. Who else? Manabu as well, obviously. Like Manabu is way more capable than this. Who else? Who else fought with Ainokoji? Oh, those guys. What was his name? Ibuki, right? Ibuki. The other guy. What's his name? Ishizaki, right? Ishizaki. Even Albert. Like all of them who has faced Ainokoji put up more of a fight than this freaking guy. Yo. Nah, man. This is crazy. Oh god. I don't know. I was expecting more from him. Again, like I was expecting him to be like a good fighter as well. By the way he just brags about himself, I thought like, oh damn, he's gonna be one of those characters. who, like, doesn't seem like it, but is very like strong or something. Well, as soon as I saw his face, just like from that confident face after he got pushed down, as soon as I saw his face drop, I was like, yeah, this guy's not the one. Like the way his face dropped was just absolutely insane. Anyone who, I don't know, like who has confidence or who can, like, back themselves in a fight wouldn't let their face drop like that at just a mere push. Like body language and face language shows everything. This is literally what happened. The way his face dropped was crazy. I was like, oh my god, yeah, this guy is going to be a disappointment, at least in this department. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. Like I said, even Ibuki like and Ishizaki like put up a like better fight against Anokoji than him. Like, or maybe I don't know. Maybe he was just like, like maybe Nagumo was just, I don't know, like maybe I wouldn't call it caught off guard, but maybe he just. Anyways, I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't think this guy's not a fighter. Like, come on, you just look at him. He as soon as his face fell, I was like, yeah, he's not a fighter. He's just he could be like good at like giving others orders and be a leader, but he's not a fighter. You shouldn't just jump into the battlefield like that because of trying to stroke your own ego and trying to act like tough and all that. No, you should have just stuck with your gimmick. That would have been better. Hmm. Well, so that was a freaking disappointment, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, there you go. That was today's episode. Well, so today we had the whole situation with Anakoji being chased by the underclassmen and Sakayanagi and Ruin's classmates stopping them. And then on top of that, Ruin popping up to confront Hosen when Hosen was trying to stop Ayanokoji. Ruin just getting beat up for a moment, and as soon as his his like the watch started beeping, other two jumped jumped Hosen, and he just beat Hosen up. And yeah, you know what? That's like that's the thing. Like I said, this is we're not having like any type of martial arts tournament here where there'll be like rules and regulations and be like, oh, you're only like allowed to do one versus one, like, oh, you're supposed to maintain the rules and this and that. That's not it. This is a survival exam. Like, not only do you need strength, you also need like wit and cunning and all those things. This is like a mixture of all of that. Like, so jumping someone 3 versus 1 in 1 is completely fine here. And why wouldn't you do that? Like, if you have that power, if you have that strength to make use, not make use, but to cooperate with other people and, take someone out, obviously you're going to do that. You're not going to be like a freaking fool and just go and try to 1 versus 1 everyone, like the person we saw at the end, freaking Nagumo. He could have just brought other people with him and tried to like stop Anukoji or something. But nope, he was like, yeah, I'm better than everyone. Let me take care of this. And he just got she just got shown like like who like he was messing with. Good God. Anyways, but yeah, like that's what he did. That's what Ryuen did. Ryuen knew that he cannot take Hosen in a fight. So he was like, alright, you know what? I'm just gonna take 2 other people with me. And Jose was like, how dare you? Like, this is not fair. And I'm like, nah, man, that's completely fair. This is not like some sort of regulated tournament we're having with like rules and regulations. It's a survival exam. You're supposed to be doing stuff like this, by trying to trick people, trying to like take them out like this the most efficiently as possible. If you're not able to take someone out 1 versus 1, why there's no rules that you have to do this 1 versus 1? You can do this 5 versus 1. So yeah, if you're able to, just go ahead, like, and that's what happened. Oh my god, and yeah, Hosen got beaten up. Obviously now, like the vendetta is gonna be crazy. Hosen's going to go back, probably like he's gonna wake up in the hospital and he'll be like, yeah, Once I see Ryun, I'm going to take him out. And yeah, this is probably going to be like a thing in the future where he'll try to like take out Ruin or whatever. But we'll take care of that later on. Uh, let's just focus on this first. So yeah, that's what happened with Hosen. Now, another thing happened here, which was obviously like this was being orchestrated by Subaki, right? Subaki and like all of them. Uh, that guy from Sakanagi's class came and he he came here to I think like figure out who was the one who was giving orders. I don't know if that was what he was here for, but he came here to figure something out. As soon as he heard Subaki's voice, he's like, all right, fine, I'm done, and he just left. But I need to check something here. Okay, what I need to check here is when Utomiya. Okay, so yeah, so the guy from Sakanagi's class, he took the walkie-talkie, and Subaki's like, Utomiya-kun, what are you doing? Right. I thought you were taking orders from me. Yeah, he says, I've come, got what I came for. He returns the walkie-talkie to him. It's me. Are you okay? What's Kito Senpai doing? He just left. Why did you run off like that? Sorry, I wanted to stop him before he made it to you. Okay. You can come back now. So do so. So, okay, here we go. Yeah, he changes the channel, right? He brings it to 1820. Who's 1820? Which, like, group is that? So he's. I need to check. Like, oh, but where the hell am I even going to check this? Like, like when other people are talking in the walkie-talkie. Because I'm guessing that's what happens. I don't know how walkie-talkie works. Is that how it works, right? Like, there's like channels and everything, like a radio. Like, you change the channels, and whenever like one channel like converges with the other, you can talk to them, like that kind of thing. That's how a walkie-talkie works, like, right? So him doing that means he changed the channel. That means he's cooperating with someone else, or doing something with some other group. That's what it means, right? Let me know. I don't know. Again, like I said, I don't know how walkie-talkies work, but I'm assuming that's how it works. And changing that channel means he's like, that's an implication that he is going to talk to someone else. So he's like working with some other group or something, or he has some other plan or something like that. Something that Subaki doesn't know. So yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'll just keep that in mind, because I'm guessing that'll probably be important later. But he is probably uh yeah, he's like a mole or something. He's working for some other group while staying in Subaki's group, something like I don't know. Okay, so that was on one other thing. The other thing was Ichinose coming and just like revealing to Anakoji that, oh, like the chairman is going to do this. And Anakoji's like, oh, you know what, like it's fine. Like you should have just thought about your classmates and not just left me alone. She's like, oh no, I like you and all that, and she just confessed in the middle of that whole section. Anakoji's like, yeah, I'm a bit busy now. I'll talk about this later. I'll think about this later. Oh my god. Yeah. So there you go. That's that. And right. Then obviously then we had the whole Nagumo bit. Um yeah, and there you go. That was today's episode. So nothing much really happened, I guess. Like I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting like I don't know, like I don't know. I don't know what I really was expecting. Like I was like in the previous episode where like at the end where everyone was like, oh, let's jump Ayano and Anakoji's like, oh, let me start my plan. Like let me start moving. I thought there would be some kind of confrontation between Anakoji and someone or some group of people, but he very cleverly he kind of like just bypassed all of that. there was going to be a potential battle here between Hosen and Anakoji, but he also maneuvered that as well because he already brought ruin here in this situation. So that was that. So that also didn't happen. But we did get something which I was not expecting, which was the whole Nagumo bit, and I was definitely not expecting Nagumo to just start, like, just for his whole thing to just drop like that. Like his whole confidence and everything just dropped into the bottom. Like with just one push, he was like, his face was like, what's going on here? Yeah. So there you go. That was unexpected. So yeah, that was one thing that I was not. Yeah. Now, obviously, I think like next episode is the final episode for this season or core, whatever you call it. So for now, like, Ichinose warned him that you're going to I2 or whatever it was, like what, whatever that was, that like section was. You're going there. Tsukishiro has like made a trap over there for you, and you will probably, they're planning to expel you or something. Uh, so yeah, so that is what it is. So obviously Ainokoji has to go there. Ainokoji is going in that direction. So next episode will probably be whatever Tsukishiro has in store for Ainokoji over there. Now, let's see. Let's see what it is, and how this will. Because I'm trying to think, what else can Tsukishiro have in store for Ainokoji? Like, obviously, it is the White Room student, I'm assuming, but Ichika, who has revealed she's a White Room student. So are we going to see like Ichika versus Ainokoji or something over there, or I don't know. Like, but at the same time, Ichika has said that. But like, no, I guess like Ichika did say that even though she obviously she's obsessed for Ainokoji, but at the same time she also mentioned how she is going to stop Ainokoji or something like that. She did mention that she's going to take care of him. Uh, yeah, I remember she said something along the lines of like, I cannot let Anakoji senpai get taken out by someone else other than me, or something like that she mentioned. So yeah, I'm guessing in the next episode it'll probably be Ichika who will be facing Anakoji over there. So no, let's see. Let's wait and see where this goes. Right. Okay, and what else? Yeah, I think that's it. That was today's episode. Nothing else to talk about here. Uh, yeah, I talked about everything that was required. All right, you know what? Let's talk a little bit about more about Nagumo again. So this whole section. So yeah, like obviously Nagumo is someone who, like, if you try to think about it, you can see he obviously, I'm not taking away credit where it's due. He is definitely like a great, like, a leader, not leader, I would say, I don't know what to call it, but he is someone who does have hold a lot of power. Like, he, some way or the other, he was able to make the whole grade that he is in follow him, his orders, like mere minions. Like, and he has like a lot of charisma, and like all that stuff, like things that he's capable of doing, like from the, like, from the back. Not, he's not someone who's going to just drop into the battlefield and, like, and try to take care of it. He's not that type of character. At least that's what it seemed like here. Or maybe this is just Anakoji. Like, maybe he's a decent fighter, and he's pretty decent physically as well. But since it was just Anakoji, he just, like, he couldn't like fathom how strong he was, and underestimating him so much that he got just taken out like that. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know, because it's pretty difficult to understand, like, the power level of these characters, because Anakoji, like, you cannot expect what Anakoji is doing here, and we ourselves don't really know how strong Anakoji is. That's another thing of this show. Like, we as audience actually have, or still at least people who's watching the anime, like people like me, I'm not talking about people who have read the light novel. I don't know what happens in the light novel and all that. But people who are watching the anime up until now, I'm pretty sure we still don't have an understanding of what Anakoji is capable of. Because he never really shows it. Like, he shows glimpses of it, and that's it. But that's not the whole thing. You know, it's like there's a big picture, which is Anakoji, and sometimes he shows like snippets of it. But we don't know the true entirety of that picture, which is Anakoji. So we cannot fathom how strong he is and how much he is capable of like doing, like something like that. So here in this situation, at least, he made it seem as if Nagumo was an absolute like loser. But maybe in reality, like he just like maybe like up until now he was showing like 5% of his power. I'm just saying. I'm just like I'm just like making like an example here. Uh, but here maybe he like used like 50% of his power, which is quite a big jump. If that's the case, then obviously that would mean Nagumo is way, way, way more capable than we are thinking, because it's just that Anakoji is that much strong, so he just made this whole section seem like a child's play. And that's why we are underestimating Nagumo. Maybe that's not what it is. He's extremely capable, even in physical like fights and everything. But it's just Anakoji made it made him seem like such a loser. Maybe that's what it is. No, because this scene, the way this scene plays out, makes Nagumo seem like an absolute, like, like a delusional loser who thought that he could take Ainokoji. But maybe that's not it. Like I said, maybe Ainokoji like was so damn serious here and used so much of his capabilities here that it just made Nagumo seem like that. In reality, Nagumo is still way beyond all the other students, and he's well capable and well, like strong enough to just like hold himself and like take care of a lot of situations. But it's just like wrong opponent, I guess, and the wrong time. I don't know. Like that's what I'm thinking, because otherwise, if this is really what it was, then like I said a few moments ago, even Ibuki, Ishizaki, right? Yeah, Ishizaki, Albert, like they put up a bigger fight against, or like showed like more strength against Ainokoji than this guy. Like Albert, I can understand. Albert is like very strong. You can see that. Like Ibuki and Ishigazaki as well. Both of them, I remember, still kind of held themselves a bit to against Ainokoji. I guess Ibuki did get like neck chopped, and she just fell down. Like Ishizaki was a little bit more, I think, as far as I can remember. But like yeah, here Nagumo got pushed and just one punched. That is way, 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 way more pathetic than I was expecting. But yeah, again, like I said, maybe it's all an illusion. Maybe it was just Anakoji. He decided to be a lot more serious in this situation than he was with the Ibuki Ryuen situation. And but it's just making Nagumo feel like an absolute like loser here because of that. So who knows? I'm not sure. Like I said, we ourselves have no idea about how much Anakoji is capable of and how much he's actually revealing to us. So it makes it pretty difficult to gauge the other characters based on their performance against Anakoji. You know, like once we get to know Anakoji's like threshold, or like his like top, then maybe we'll be able to gauge other characters better based on them against Anakoji. However, I do think this is one thing I do think, you know, like is the truth, which is Anakoji's upper threshold is probably the same as Koenji, or maybe a little bit lower physically. I'm talking about physically. I'm not talking about anything else. Physically, I think Koenji is stronger than Ainokoji, but Ainokoji is not just physical. He's like everything. He's like brain, like power, physical power, and all that stuff. You know. So to gauge like Ainokoji's upper threshold, if you think about Koenji's upper threshold, I think you might be able to get a proper understanding how strong Ainokoji is. Because Ainokoji himself has hinted multiple times that Koenji is physically stronger than him. Like by a little bit. Yeah, but at the same time, Koenji also hasn't really fought properly or shown his true strength. He just, we know what he does. He just chills, and he just like very effortlessly does all of these things. So that is why, since we don't know Koenji's upper threshold as well, we have no idea how strong Anukoji or Koenji are. We know that both of these two are probably on the same level, but we don't know what that level is. That's the problem here. Either way, right. So that's what happened. Like Naguma part was, I don't know what to call it. It was pretty hilarious because he was like, like just standing there, and he was like, just like, oh, Anako, you're here, like blah blah blah, and like all these things, and Anako is like, senpai, just please, like, I need to go. Like I'll talk about this later with you. And then he's like, oh, how dare you? Like, like I'm here. I'm not going to let you pass. We need to fight here. And Anako just pushed him, and he just fell down. And he's like, huh? Like what happened? And yeah, as soon as I saw his face or his eyes from that like weird slit, like that, like that slit styled eyes, it became that round eyes of like a disbelief. I was like, yeah, this guy's done for. Like his whole face dropped over there with that one push. And yeah, I was like, yeah, this guy's, he's not it. Like at least what I thought about him, or he's not, definitely not like that. At least in this department. Anako's like, despite everything, I hold you in high esteem. Yeah, this part, he's like, huh? Like this. Yeah, that face made me understand everything. I'm like, yeah, he's not, he cannot take Anakoji. He in no way. And then you can see he actually gets a little bit afraid when Anakoji like literally says like, yeah, just keep moving. Like, I'm going to keep moving myself. But obviously his ego is like, nope, like, you're gonna let someone like him like push you around. And yeah, he just gets up and he like tries to stop Anakoji again, and Anakoji is like, yeah, just stop it. And just like a little punch to him, and he's just gone. Yeah, well, I just want to see how, like, obviously, if like, like if his minions were here, I would have been curious how they would have reacted to this whole scene, because they would be like, what the hell is this? This guy who we are following, he just he's this much of a freaking loser. And I do wonder how they would have reacted. Would they? But obviously nobody was here. But it would have been pretty funny to see. Like, if he brought a few of his minions with him, and they saw this scene in front of them. No, you know what? I feel like Anakoji wouldn't have done this. Yeah, like Anakoji is way smarter than that. If his minions were here, he probably wouldn't have like punched him like that and made him fall down. He probably would have done something else, like somehow like gave them the slip, probably, because Ainakoji knows that he cannot or he should not reveal his true powers, whatever he's capable of. He should be this average person, which is currently is pretty questionable, because a lot of people do know about his like hidden strength and what not. Like a lot of people knows. Like he himself even revealed how he's like above average in maths and all that, like all that stuff. um yeah, but still, he still is pretty average. He shows this facade of being this average person, kind of, above average person, you could say. So he cannot let that mask slip. So if his minions were here, he probably would have given them a slip some way or the other, not act like this. only because Nagumo was here alone. He did this because obviously Naguma cannot reveal this embarrassment. He cannot go and be like, "Oh guys, you know what happened? Anakoji punched me and I just blacked out completely for 30 minutes." He cannot say that. He's never going to reveal that. He's going to keep it with himself. And so his identity, or whatever you call it, is still like, he's still this average person in front of everyone. you know so yeah, that's what happened. Like, yeah, so if his minions were here, Anakoji wouldn't have done this. Because there was nobody here, Anakoji did this. And right. Anyways, that was a pretty interesting scene at the end. Again, like I said, I I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know. To be honest, I definitely had a little bit more expectations from Nagumo, at least in this department. Like, obviously, I didn't expect him to be fighting like Ruin or Hosen or something like that. I knew he was way weaker than them, you know, but not this easily. I didn't expect him to go down this like easily. Like, oh my god. Yeah. So, anyways, there you go. So yeah, again, like I said, I'm not discrediting Nagumo. I think he's plenty capable, but he's not in this department, at least. Like, learn to pick your fights, basically. That kind of situation, I feel like. Like, if you're good, like like intellectually, brain wise, like, with leadership qualities or whatever, just stick to that. Why the hell did you just like leave everyone and decide to come here in front of Anakoji all alone, trying to act tough? Like, what? Anyways, yeah, so there you go. That was it. That was my reaction to episode number 15 of Classroom of the Elite Season 4. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with, I think, the final episode of this season. So yeah, until then, goodbye and have a nice day.